Alright, Castox here, giving you an update. You're probably wondering where the hell is the dual mod? Like maybe 10 of you. I don't know. So let's jump into this first. First, I was doing the dual mod, and then what happened was I was creating a character, and then just to do something, and then the guy that I got looked like Luigi kind of, and I actually finished him off, created him, and then actually started playing.
Oh my god!
But yeah, so then I noticed, so then I hopped in and I took over this little region, and this is just a recreation of what happened. This isn't the actual game I was playing. So I went here and I conquered this whole thing, and you know, zooming out, and I'm just like, I just want to play tall in here and leave everybody alone. But it really pissed me off that I have to own like 30 damn things inside my realm to be a king, or like 3 duchies, and I'm just kind of like, shut the fuck up. First off, like, look at Scotland over here. This is not even, I mean, look at this. This is smaller than this. Just look at Wales, smaller. You're telling me I own this big ass chunk of land and I can't call myself a king? Fuck all the way off.
Watch your profanity.
So I decided to make my another mod really quickly, just on top, just for my playthrough, and I'll probably post it. Let me know in the comments if you want me to post it. I'll post it. But generally, what I did was I created this decision here. And that's why not? I should be king. So it says this is generic writing here. But if you're an independent ruler and you own at least 1 duchy, then you can create a kingdom. Okay, I fixed what happened. It was a pesky little bracket. Anyways, so here are the effects of this. You'll see you create a new kingdom. You gain a kingdom, but you lose the respect of many, causing many to hate you and declare you the false king. There goes King Nothing. So, every duchy you hold or completely control becomes your de jure duchies of your new kingdom. And this caused a bit of prestige and some piety. And once you do this, you'll eventually become a king. Right? Yes. So, you're there, then you have the normal things that you have a king. So boom, I am now a king. I am King Luigi of this empire here, right? So, however, you gain this, King Nothing. Everybody in the world has a negative 50 opinion of you right off, right? And that is because you are a false king. So everybody hates you. This guy used to like me. This guy really likes me now. So people who you don't even know will not like you. Nobody will like you. Nobody will like you. So this person over here, like this over, they don't even know you and they hate you.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
So you have that modifier, and it does not go away, and you cannot shake it. So you have a decision that once you actually meet, and doesn't show up here yet. Oh yeah, here. Remove the moniker King Nothing. So you actually have to have the requirements for a kingdom in order to remove it. And you can't get away from it by dying, because if you die, it will be passed on to your heir, assuming that you have an heir. So whoever gets the title will have the same moniker there, the same modifier, negative 50.
That's it. Dishonor. Dishonor on your whole family. Make a note of this. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow.
Your whole dynasty, shit on your whole dynasty if you don't at least have 2 kingdoms, or so on and so forth, right? Everything that requires that. So yeah, that's kind of what I did. That's what I did just because I was playing and I wanted to be a king and I wanted to be separate from everybody over here. But yeah, it doesn't make sense. I mean, there's people who call themselves king of their own damn house. Tell me, I own all this damn land, I can't be a king? Anyways, there's that. On to the next thing. Okay, so where is the dueling mod? Probably what you clicked on the video for. So I have this right now. I have my debug controls on. I had to do away with a lot of things that weren't practical in order to make it more practical, I guess. So what I have right now is this is your health. This is your actual health, your health bar. This would be your enemy's health bar. And then you have these two values. So these two values are this is your attack power. So this is what you currently have, and this is what your essentially your base, what you should have here, and this is what you wasted of what you have. And this is your life. All these get translated. So every block of life that you have, if you don't know, in this game there's 7 blocks of life. 7 maximum. So no matter whatever you have, whatever your health is, will get translated into here, into your life here. And every single 25 point blow that gets landed, you lose a block of life. And that's because you'll have a modifier that'll reduce you down, and it will come back with time, unless you fight this to the death. So essentially, there's 2 types of fights. There'll be dueling for prestige and then dueling to the death. At any time you get your ass handed to you pretty badly, you can ask for mercy. You can bow out, put up the 2 fingers, the white flag, and then you can get out. But if not, if you're down, all the way down, and all your bars are gone, you will die in the duel. So be careful. Make sure you set it up. So that's what it is. Don't mind this. I'm just testing with this stuff right here. So right now, this would be the attack power here. And you could increase. So this number here would be represented on another bar that I'm actually going to have inside. So I saw this. I forgot what it was. It was an indie game that had a very similar mechanic. And I was like, oh, this looks pretty cool. I wonder if I can implement this. So I figured I'm going to use this. If I remember the name of it, I'll do it. I don't know. It was an indie game, but essentially, this is your attack power, and no matter how much you put, it's kind of like betting or striking with 17. So once you do 17, you'll reduce this down by 17, and you're betting 17. And the other person is doing the same thing. So if you have a higher number than they have, then you will hit, essentially draining 17 from your bar, and so on and so forth. Remember, could block it. If they block it, that's fine. If they parry, so if they have X amount, let's say you're attacking with 17 and they attack with something with like 13, and they parry, essentially they're guessing that you're going to attack with somewhere within the 5-point range of that number, and they actually execute a parry, then they will parry your shot and hit you. Both members waste the actual attack stamina and so on and so forth. But that's that. You can block. If you block during that round, you will regain, I believe, I'm not sure where I have it at right now, is I think it's 20 or something, 20 stamina, or I haven't found the correct number yet, but it's around there for each block that you do, you gain. But if you're down, like all the way down here, you can't attack. Your attack won't be worth anything. So you'll probably just get smashed up if you try to attack. So it's a good balance of attacking, defending, parrying, and knowing when to retreat. So essentially what you'll do is you'll pick an action here, and it's not set up right now. You'll set action, that'll be your action. If you're playing somebody else, you'll wait for them to choose. If not, you just go ahead and hit ready. When you hit the ready button, both actions will go into a dual phase and see, where the numbers lie, and then an action will display on the screen. So that's where it is right now. As far as these debug controls, this is the biggest issue, and this is really why it's not out right now. The animations, when you're doing single player, when you're doing just one player, I can generally get it down pretty easily. When you're doing multiple player, it's going to be really hard. And when you're doing multiple duels, it's a nightmare. So here's the biggest issue: the sync of animation between both members. So essentially what you'll have is you'll have one person select their whatever they want, the other person select their what, and then these are the possible outcomes up here. So when I have a member attacking here, member is getting hit, and I still have to move the characters a little bit. So, and this is from the other direction. And now these are the parries. And you see right there how off sync it is. So that is the hardest thing about getting these to kind of work. And some of them work right off the bat, but it just depends how many duels that you're in. So the problem with Paradox animations and portraits and the way they run them is that you can't actually set the animations play at frame 1. So even though you remove that animation is still playing in the background over and over and over again, and you can't set it. So that causes the desync. Not particularly on your first fight, it will be just fine. But on your second duel, you'll probably come into the issues where it doesn't look proper. And if something doesn't look proper, I'm probably not going to put it out there. So yeah, that's just it. You know, that's a block right there. But some of these are perfectly fine, and then some of these are not. And that's just a matter of how many cycles has it been going in the background since this started, and you know how often it's going to actually sync. There you go. See, that's a good sync. But they're so damn hit and miss that I really, if I'm going to go out and make something cool, I want to make sure that it doesn't look like shit. And that's the real reason why I'm so far behind on this. And it's really just this. Like, if they had a set frame at the beginning of the animation play, it would be done already. I would have done this in a day. But setting this and then having to write state animations in order to autocorrect where these things are at is a fucking nightmare. But yeah, that's where I'm at. A combination of doing a bunch of other shit. But yeah, revisiting this, and this is kind of where that's at. Yeah, it's just hit or miss on whether or not it's actually going to play at the right direction. And that's causing me to put a major delay in this thing. But yeah, comment in the description if there's a different kind of mechanic that you guys like, if there's a different, if you guys are liking it, not liking it, whatever, just put it in the comments and then let me know.